Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. How are you guys doing? Thank you so much if you're subscribed, and if you're just coming across this channel for the first time, please consider subscribing. Okay, thank you. So today I want to talk about how breakup aids or helps with self-improvement or character development. Usually when breakup happens, people are in pain, people are sad, and it's very hard to see the lesson or the beautiful part of that. Breakups are not all bad. Usually they come to shed light on work that has to be done. It could be an end that will usher in a new, better beginning. So when you are crying, cry like someone who has hope for something better, and then take away your focus from there and put it where it should be. But you can't really do that if you are not able to bring yourself to sit down and evaluate the relationship, evaluate your experience or your experiences. Why is this happening? What is the message in this for me? What do I have to do? What is calling my attention through this breakup? Yes, I completely agree that sometimes it's the other person, right? What they've done, what they did, or they just woke up and said they don't want us anymore. That could be like opening a door. Their time in our lives over or is over, and then they are moving away so that something better can come in. If that is the case and there's no work that needs to be done within yourself, that is absolutely fine. Cry with hope, and then be open to the new beginning. Prepare yourself, heal, and allow yourself to just open up to the new possibility. But the main focus today is in the message that breakups bring to us about ourselves, what needs to be healed. Usually when people end their relationships, they turn to blaming the other person, even if they ended, they're the ones who said, oh, I'm not doing again, or if it's the other way around, whatever the case. Maybe people usually do the blame game, and I understand that we are all human beings, right? But do not stay too long in the blame game or doing or playing the blame game. Move away from that after some time. Don't stay too long there, and focus on healing or taking the message that the breakup brought to you and begin to heal. Look at the role you played in destroying your relationship, because let's face it, that person you were in a relationship with is not all bad, or was not all bad, at least not from the very beginning. There's a reason you got into the relationship with that person, right? There's a reason you decided to even entertain that person. And if there's no good reason at all, then you need to put in the work in yourself, and then ask yourself, why did I even accept someone who wasn't even giving me the bare minimum in the first place? Why did I even accept to get into this relationship? I'm saying if you accepted someone for no reason, for just maybe to have someone in your life, ask yourself, what is the deep-rooted issue that needs to be fixed? Why would I just accept someone just like that for no reason? Yes, I know that people may argue unconditional love and all of that, but our relationships have to be intentional. Like, we have to be you can't be intentional about every other aspect of your life, and then and then you are not with your relationship, something that is a very important aspect of your life. So if you are attracting certain characters, or you just get into relationships for just to fill a void, it means that there's a deep-seated issue that needs to be fixed within you, and you need to be able to fix that so that you can move on to something better. Usually when we are going through an experience over and over again, it's because there's a lesson in it for us. There's a reason God, the universe, keeps bringing it across, along our path, so that we can learn from it. And until we do, we will keep recycling the same experiences and then wondering why life is unfair to us. Okay, I'm sweating, but that's not a problem. So it's very important that we pay attention to the message that a breakup is bringing to us. Is there a character that your partners have been complaining about? What is it? What did they complain about? After playing the blame game, sit with yourself and be honest with yourself so that you can develop yourself. This now is for yourself. It's okay to blame the other person. It's okay, even to say everything that they did wrong. Yes, they were wrong, but then there's something. There's a message in that breakup for you. It could be that you deserve better. It could be that you shouldn't move a certain way so that you stop attracting certain characters into your life. It could be that you held on for too long when you should have let go. It could be that there were things that you ignored at the beginning, and you need to take note of those things so that you don't repeat them. It could be something bigger about your character. I'll give you an instance, and it's about myself, because I want you to relate to what I'm talking about. So I'm someone who gives my 100 in relationships, and I take pride in that. People talk about that as well, and I'm very happy. But there's something I noticed that was consistent, or something that the people that I was in relationships with complained a lot about. It was about the way I held on strongly to my opinion, and actually raised my voice when I was complaining about stuff. Those people, don't get me wrong, most of them are absolute assholes. Like, I'm proud to say that. Okay, maybe not proud to say that, but I can say that boldly. Yeah, that's a better way to say it. I'm not trying to take away the fact that, okay, what they did or that the way they moved in the relationship was not okay. Some of them are good people. The relationship just didn't work out well. But when I started to evaluate myself, I had to think about what's the one thing. And when I was evaluating my relationships, I was thinking, what's the one thing that people complain about a lot? And then it's about my voice. It's about how I would raise my voice when I'm upset, and then how I would hold on to trying to make a point or trying to prove my points. Yes, I was fighting for the right things. Yes, I was trying to get them to do the right thing. Yes, I was talking about how the right things, absolutely. In fact, most of the time these people agreed with me that, okay, what I was saying was right? But then the way I passed the message onto them, it was not okay. And then I had to learn from that. I had to decide, make a decision, okay, fine, that I am going to improve myself in that area. So I started to learn to reduce my tone. I started to learn to heal this thing about raising my voice, because let's face it, shouting will not make the other person accept anything that they have made up their mind not to accept. But there's a way, a time, and what's the next thing? There's a how, when, and where to speak to someone, and the person will understand you. That is if the relationship is healthy. And if it is not, like some of my relationships with people who are outright what they are, you need to remove yourself from the situation entirely. Anyone who triggers you to bring out your weaknesses or your bad side should just go. Okay, so but then if you have a healthy relationship, there is no point. Why are you shouting? This person should be able to understand you. I know you're a human being, you can get angry, right? But not to the point that we yell down the house and all of that. No, you are an adult, the other person is an adult. Both of you should be able to have conversations, and if it's not working at a particular time, wait and try again later. So I've given you an example with myself, and I've been working on that, and it's really beautiful how much progress I have recorded. And I wouldn't have done that work if I held on to just the bad aspects or the bad things that were done to me in the relationship, because bro, I I give my very best to relationships. If I held on to this fact now, I would not be able to like pick up the bad thing that I was doing that needed improvement. So this is something on what I'm talking about today. What is it? Could be one thing, it could be two, it could be not, it could be something that, no, it's not really that you're doing it to those people, but then it is a way that you are showing up. It is the way you are falling for codependency and allowing it to control your life. It is your fear of abandonment. It is your people pleasing tendency. It is losing yourself in relationship. It is putting yourself second or even last in relationships. It could be something, anything that breakup is calling you to heal. And then one thing I want to point out is that when it comes to healing yourself or healing after a breakup or trying to go into character development or self-improvement, usually after that you may get into relationships where it's like you're just testing out what you have learned. Don't worry if it doesn't lead to forever still, but then use it as practice. Not that you get into the relationship with that mindset, don't get me wrong, but sometimes I've noticed that it's like after or during our self-improvement journey, we meet or we get into relationships that will test our strength, that will test our character development, and so that we can know how far we have come. It's okay if it doesn't end in forever. Let it be like what I would call your building stone. Let's just take those relationships as, okay, fine, I am practicing for something better. That's if you find that it did not work out. So I'm telling you this as and using myself as a practical clear example. I've recorded so much progress. There's so much beauty that can come from self-improvement. If you from breakup, there's so much beauty that can come from breakups if you pay attention to what is calling your attention. And the earlier you do that, the better for you, so that you can break the cycle and move on to good things or what you truly desire or what you deserve. But if you hold on to if you hold on to the pain and then you're counting your losses alone, you're not going to be able to heal in a way that will allow you to move on to better things. Okay, this is what I wanted to come on here to talk about. Breakups are not all bad. They can be a beautiful tool for character development, for self-improvement. So when it's happening, do not just focus on the pain or the sadness or what they did to you. Think about how you moved in that relationship. Sometimes also in your self-improvement journeys, take a seat back. That's why journaling is such a beautiful thing. Talk about or analyze, write about or analyze in your journal how your relationships have been. What is the one thing that people complain about you? What did they swear by that only you can provide? Count that as your strength. And then the other part, take it to be something that you need to work on and improve yourself. Do it for yourself, but most importantly, in preparation for a better relationship in the future, so that you don't sabotage your relationship or keep running around in cycles and maybe end up in one. Because sometimes when we get tired, we'll just be like, okay, let's just stay here. and then you ignore all the messages, and that's how people end up in bad marriages or bad long-term relationships. They just give up. They don't even want to see if there can be better, because they've not done the work, and they don't understand. They think that, okay, this is their fate. I keep attracting this, and this is my fate, so I beg, let me just settle here. But if you do the work, you'll be able to attract what you deserve. You'll be able to sustain the right relationship for you. Because if you have any bad character, bro, even the right one will leave you and move on. The right person for you, if you have a bad character that you refuse to work on, if it is sabotaging that relationship, the person will leave. Nobody wants to be hanging with someone who does not understand growth and development, or other good things or good aspects of a relationship. I just wanted to come on here to tell you that your breakup just might be something, a beautiful tool to a beautiful, much more better you, much more better future, much more better relationship. It may not happen serially like that. You break up, you heal yourself, you now get into a relationship that leads to a happily ever after. No, there are processes to these things, and we don't know how it is written for us, so we have to be open to it. Okay, fine, the breakup has happened. The next thing is self-improvement from the breakup, and then maybe there could be like a few relationships that come to test what we have done or the work that we have done, and then when we are strong and established, we now get into the one, or get to meeting the one. We don't know how it is written, or you could just come out and then you do the work and then you meet the one. So but whatever it is, I want to encourage you to pay attention to healing yourself, to improving yourself after your breakup. It's okay, cry, you're a human being. Do whatever will help you feel better, or will help you release. Crying is actually good. It's a way to release the pain. It's a way to release your frustration. After all, you invested your time, your energy, your resources into the relationship, so it's a kind of loss, and you have to like mourn the loss. if there's I mean, for lack of a better word, let's just say it like that. So it's absolutely fine, but don't mourn hopelessly, right? I don't know, but don't mourn like someone who does not have hope. You are about to get into a new season, a new beginning. Pay attention what is calling for your attention, and then fix those things. Develop yourself, develop your character. There's a post I saw yesterday, and the post is by a guy. I'll read it for you. The guy said, I want to be hopelessly in love with someone. I want to let my guard down and just soak it all in without any care. I mean, one of two things will happen. It's either we live happily ever after, or she will shatter my heart and complete my character development. This post is by Chidi Okereke at Chidi, that's the person's name. I think that this is really beautiful, because this person has come to terms with the fact that breakups are not all bad. If anything, he wants what he wants. He wants a deep relationship, something meaningful to him, and he's not afraid to like go all in. And what's the worst that could happen? Break up, and then it leads to character development. Because sometimes there's in astrology, I don't know if some of you know about that, but that's not what this video is about. But there's something in astrology that is called like karmic relationships. They consider it to be like a debt that you have to pay. It's not really like from this lifetime, but let's not go deep into that. But it's like, let's just say this is a debt that you owe. This relationship is coming to shed light on something that needs fixing, a debt that you owe. You need to fix this so that you can graduate and move into a better and more fulfilling relationship. So just take it as, or come to the understanding that some relationships are there for your self-improvement. Okay, and then use them as what they are, if that is what they are proving to be, and keep moving. Just make sure that you are doing the work at every stage, in every relationship that you are in, that you are conscious, that you are fully present in the relationship, that you are not complacent, that you are paying attention to your partner, listening to the things that they are complaining, and then sitting with yourself to evaluate them and consider if they are true or not. That will really help you, and also help to sustain your relationship if that's the one that should be sustained. So that's it on this video, or this particular video. I'm not promising or saying that this is the last time you will talk about this topic, but for this video I'll wrap it up here. Leave comments if there are questions you have. If you have like contributions, please leave them down below in the comment section. It could, you know, be something that we get to speak about or touch on again that will bring us back to this topic. So that's why I'm saying that I'm not saying that this is the last time we're going to talk about this, but I'm sweating and I have to go now. So until next time, look after yourself and be the best that you can be. Okay, bye.